Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Preimesberger, editor of eWEEK, and welcome to our latest eWEEK eSpeaks conversation, our one-on-one video interviews with IT thought leaders. Today's guest is Kevin Jones, who's the CEO of Rackspace Technology. Kevin, welcome.
Thank you, Chris. Great to be here.
I'm glad to meet you. I'm glad to hear about Rackspace. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks a lot, Chris, for having me. So just a little bit about me. I've been in the technology industry for 30 years. Companies like EDS, HP, HPE, Dell, and DXC.
A bunch of nobody companies, Kevin.
Yeah. You probably never heard of those, right? Spent most of my career in the U.S. I was in the U.K. for 6 years, and I spent a couple years in Asia running the Asia Pacific and Japan business for HP Services. I've now been at Rackspace for a year. It's been an absolute blast, and look forward to telling you about it.
Yeah. Now, Rackspace is a cloud services provider, among other things. What are the business problems that you solve, and what are the services that you bring to the table?
So look, great question. When I kind of look at Rackspace, I'll tell you just a little bit about how we've changed the company and kind of the offerings that we have today. As you probably know, Chris, 20 years ago, Rackspace were the originators of managed hosting, and we've evolved that into a world-class private cloud solution. We invented OpenStack with NASA. You probably remember that. And then we created what we called fanatical support. And at the company's core, Rackspace has always been a great company. But what we've done over the last few years is we've really worked on transforming the company. And we've made a few strategic changes to the company. We've kind of doubled down on our partners and our partner ecosystem. These are our relationships with the hyperscalers like AWS, Microsoft, and Google, as well as VMware and others. We really embrace the history and culture of fanatical support and what Rackspace has always stood for, but we actually kind of transform fanatical support into fanatical experience, which includes not just how we react to customers, but also how we innovate with our customers and how we grow our relationships with customers. And then the third thing that we did is we aggressively engaged our teams with the enterprise market. So the transformation has been pretty fantastic. We are now the largest pure play multi-cloud provider in the world. We've got nearly 7,000 employees. We provide multi-cloud solutions for over 120,000 customers in 120 countries, including a majority of the Fortune 500. And interestingly, we changed our name. So, one of the things I wanted to tell you about is, we're really a transformed company compared to where we were just a few short years ago. We've done lots of acquisitions. We acquired Tricore, DataPipe, RelationEdge, and most recently Anika. So we've got fast-growing practices in cloud-native application development, artificial intelligence, machine learning, the Internet of Things, security services, and containers. And so our new name is Rackspace Technology, which does a better job of articulating our full value to the market. Chris, we've also got a new mission, and it's always good when we've got a mission. Our mission is embrace technology, empower customers, and deliver the future. And we want the world to know what we do, which is move the customers to the cloud faster. And this is especially important now as the pandemic has brought an increasing demand for our customers to move to multi-cloud. So we work with customers every day. We want them to know exactly what we do and understand everything that we've transformed to.
Very good. So now you're in a market that's a pretty tough market to work in. I mean, you're competing against AWS, correct? Google Cloud Platform, Oracle, Azure. Do you not? Or do you consider yourself in a little different place than that?
It's a great question, Chris. Many years ago, we did compete with the hyperscalers like AWS and Google. We do not compete with them anymore. Absolutely do not compete with them. What we do is we partner with those firms now. And customers come to us because they're trying to get advice on where to move their workloads. And what we do for customers is we tell customers, look, we advise these particular workloads make sense to go to the private cloud, and these types of workloads make sense to go to the public cloud, and then where in the public cloud. And then we actually help them do the migrations and then the managed services at the end. So we no longer compete with the hyperscalers. In fact, they're our most strategic relationships. I probably spend 15 to 20% of my time with AWS, Google, and Microsoft. We're joined up at the executive level, and we're also joined up, Chris, at the sales leader level and at the account level, and we go to market together and help customers together.
That's great. And you're obviously well known for your services, and I think isn't that what people really come to you for first, is the personalized service that you have to offer?
It's a great question. You know, we are kind of famous for the fanatical experience, right, that we provide customers. And since I've been in the company, I had no idea before I came in the company how fanatical we actually were. And we are incredibly fanatical, even more than I thought. But also, you know, this company is deeply, deeply technical, right? This is the best technical talent I've ever had the pleasure of working with in my career. In 30 years, these are the best architects, the best engineers I've ever seen. So, you know, we're more than just fanatical. We're very, you know, technically astute. So customers come to us for our technical talent. They come to us because we have the best service in the industry and we've got the best net promoter score in the industry. But they also come to us because we are that independent advisor, right? Because we can really advise them on which workloads make sense to go to which part of the multi-cloud environment. You know, some other reasons customers come to us is because we've got a great software platform called Rackspace Fabric that helps automate the transactions. So it's pretty interesting, Chris, for our customers, the vast majority of transactions that we help them with will never touch a human because we've got this great software called Rackspace Fabric. So it's kind of a combination of those things why customers come to us.
Can you mention a few of your customers that our readers or our viewers would recognize?
Sure, absolutely. Look, you know, one of our most recent wins is with the Texas Department of Information Resources. You may have seen that actually just a couple of weeks ago. That was announced, and that was a hotly competed deal, you know, across the larger technology and services companies. And we won. We're pretty excited about it. And what we're doing for the state of Texas is we're providing multi-cloud services. So we're really helping the state of Texas as they modernize their infrastructure across Google, Microsoft, and the AWS platform. So we're really excited about that. You know, we've got 120,000 customers. And really, when you look at our customer base, there's we're in every industry, of course, that you can think of. We've got a nice split of business between the Americas, Europe, Middle East, and Africa, and Asia Pacific, and Japan. And we're also in every single segment. So this is pretty unusual compared to a lot of customers or a lot of competitors in our market. We are, you know, we're in the small, medium business part of the market, but we're also in the enterprise part of the market. So we really cover all three, which gives us, you know, fantastic capability and best practices.
Yeah, and one of the things I've noticed about Rackspace too is it's all about choice, right? I mean, you're in a position to offer the customer basically anything they want, right?
Exactly. And that's, you know, that is increasingly becoming important to customers. You know, you probably saw IDC predicted that digital transformation technology and services are going to grow over 10% this year, despite the pandemic. And IDC has also said the year of 2021 is the year of the multi-cloud. So we've got the right business model at the right time, and customers want choice, right? And, you know, I think that makes sense as the market becomes more sophisticated. Different applications and data belong in different places. You know, one size doesn't really fit all, and that's why multi-cloud works.
Okay. One last question, Kevin. I'll spring it on you. Tell me something about Rackspace that I don't know.
Something that you don't know. Well, look, I think, you know, I think one of the things that a lot of people are surprised by is that although we are a fanatical service company, and we're known for having the best services in the industry, we do have the best technical talent, and we've got the highest automation in the industry as well. A lot of people didn't know that about us.
Really?
So, and that's really driven by the software platform that we have. So, you know, when you think about Rackspace Technology, think about not just the service, but also the deep technical talent that we've got, the fact that we are the independent advisors for customers, the fact that we use so much automation that the quality of service and the service experience is vastly different than you get with our, with some other folks in the industry. And then last thing that I'll say is that this is the most innovative organization I've ever been a part of, right? If you look at how the organization has pivoted over the years, and now we're deep into multi-cloud, which is the key technology trend probably for the next 10 years. We are innovating every quarter with new solution releases and new things we offer to our customers.
Great to know. And you touched on all the key things: automation, which is what everything is going toward right now, multi-cloud, choice. All these things add up to good things, I'm sure, for Rackspace. So Rackspace Technology, I'm going to remember that from now on. Kevin Jones, thank you very, very much for being with us on eWEEK eSpeaks. I loved your explanation. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris, for having me.
Okay. And all you eSpeaks viewers out there, thank you very much, and have a great rest of your eWEEK. Thanks for joining us on eWEEK eSpeaks. Go to eWEEK.com to hear more conversations with IT thought leaders.